You've heard of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Now there's another social media platform which is causing controversy around the world.
Yes, the website OnlyFans has more than 30 million subscribers, but unlike other social media sites, it allows users to upload any kind of content, including pornography, and then charge people to access it.
Well, in just a moment, we'll be hearing from 24-year-old Beth Spibby, who now makes £10,000 a month on the site.
Good morning, Beth. It's lovely to have you here today. You can make an awful lot of money from this. I mean, Bella Thorne made 1.5 million in her first week, so this is extremely lucrative. Just explain what life was like before you went on the site, where you're working, because you sort of had a winter job and a summer job, didn't you?
Yeah, so I basically worked in M&S Deli over the winter, and then I'd go off to Magaluf and do seasons there, which is actually quite funny because it took me a hot minute to realise how much sex sells, because I used to ask men to buy a shot and they'd say no. So I said, well, buy a shot and I'll show you my boobs. And they was like, I'll take the whole tray. So I kind of trained myself over the 2 years to come into this job anyway.
Right.
So, having done that, then you find out about this particular website, and it started off just with lingerie, didn't it?
Yeah, it started off as lingerie, which was quite PG, but then the more fans I got, the more they kind of expected, and the more pressure I felt to exceed those expectations. So then it kind of went into nudity, and then it got a little bit more explicit, and now we're here today.
And so I guess the word that I pick up there is you felt pressured. And I think so in order to keep fans, followers, people that pay you, so in order to get the money up higher, you felt pressured into showing more and doing more.
When I was younger, when I first started it, I had this expectation that I had to continue to please my fans. But now I'm older and I'm more confident in my own skin, I actually understand that the fans aren't necessarily paying for the content per se, they're paying for me and my kind of energy and who I am. So the pressure was when I was younger, but actually understanding the job a lot more, I don't feel that anymore.
If they were fans because of your bubbly personality, then you wouldn't have to take your clothes off. So, you know, that's why they're there. They're there because you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
But they stay for 4 years plus because of the interaction we have, the messages, and we actually have, you know, relationships through it.
Well, I think that was something that people have said, actually, that could be a problem with this, is that because you can have this personalisation, so a fan can directly contact you and ask for, say, their name to be said whilst you're doing what you're doing. And then what happens is this sort of connection builds, an obsession could grow, and then actually what you find is you're putting yourself in a position that may become unsafe.
I don't personally feel unsafe because it's all online and there's a massive, you know, disconnect between me and the actual fans. So I feel like I don't personally feel unsafe, but there has been times where people have been extremely, you know, just continuing to message me and they get a little bit, they kind of cross the line a little bit, but still I don't feel unsafe because it's all online.
We've got your mum, actually. I think Jane is also here. Now, Jane, you took the pictures, the lingerie pictures initially when Beth joined the site. And then, of course, as it progressed and changed into something completely different, obviously you are not involved with that. What do you think about what this has turned into? Essentially, you know, she's a pornographic model.
I think what I liked about it when Beth explained OnlyFans, I've never heard about the site, when she explained that she was actually in control and she got to choose what she wanted to do, then that made me a bit more happy, a bit more secure.
Yeah, I mean, Beth, you've got a girlfriend, you've been in a relationship since January, and how does she feel about it? Because obviously she cares for you very much. Is she comfortable with it?
My girlfriend's actually extremely supportive. She actually, now I'm in Australia, takes my pictures for me. She's very much involved in ideas. And I think that it makes our relationship stronger because we're not only, you know, life partners, we're also kind of in business together. But she's always been supportive from day one.
What about future work? I'm assuming that this isn't like a career choice for life. So the fact that you've done this, do you think it... Because you can't screen grab, can you? You can't take screenshots.
Well, you could do, and that does mean that I would be on the internet.
Right.
But I just feel like just because it's a generalised societal idea that sex work is wrong doesn't make it wrong. It's just an opinion of the masses. So I feel hopeful that I would be able to move on and propel myself into a completely different direction, and hopefully, you know, have a voice to say you can be on the internet doing one thing and be on the internet doing something completely different, because, you know, we're multifaceted, and I want to kind of spread that message.
And how much are you making?
Well, I earn between £10,000 and £15,000 a month. So if I didn't spend as much money, I could probably be a millionaire.
Wow. OK. We wanted to bring Alice Beer in on this, actually, because Alice has obviously been doing some research and looking into the website. And you have quite a strong opinion on this, don't you, Alice?
Well, I do. I mean, I don't know if I'm here as a mother of two daughters or just, you know, sort of someone with an opinion on this. But I don't decry there's a place for sex workers, there's a place for porn, of course. So long as people exist, porn exists. What I do feel deeply uncomfortable with is that although the creators of this will say this is just a creativity site, you have got everything sitting together on one platform. Now, I believe that porn should be a destination. If you go looking for porn, you should go onto a specific site to find porn. And I don't think that link between creativity and slipping into, via exploitation or pressure, whatever, should slip into pornography. And I hate the thought that a student could be out there with a debt and find this as an easy option, because those photos, I don't care what you say, Beth, those photos are with you for life. And when you decide to go into another option, another career, then they're still there for anyone to see, whatever kind of work you go into in the future. You have to be careful of that. Please don't be just lured into that lovely £10,000 a month, because it can't be there for life at that level. But, you know, I'm glad you're happy.
So just to reiterate then that Beth, you know, what do you want to do? What career choice have you got beyond this?
Well, I've actually wrote a book and I'm writing a second one. So my actual passion is to be an author, motivational speaker. So that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Well, listen, thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Also to your mum as well. A spokesperson for OnlyFans says, although some creators choose to upload and exchange adult content, it is an inclusive platform where people from all walks of life, including fitness influencers and makeup artists, can upload content. Safety is paramount on the site. We have stringent checks and a large team in place to protect our creators and users. We close accounts of any users who are found to be in breach of our terms of service. So there you go.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Alice, as well.